The class leader wasn't in Chile for round 11 of the WRC2's global adventure. Anders Mikkelsen had elected to stay in Norway. This opened up opportunities, a big chance for two of his rivals. This rally was Marco Bolaci's first in Chile, and he's, in theory, a neighbour to the South Americans. He lives to the north in Bolivia, but Marco had to retire at the end of stage 5 on Friday because of damage to the rear right of his Skoda. Trouble for the defending WRC2 champion from the get-go. Emil Lindholm was fast and wide into this never-ending ditch on stage 2. It punctured a tyre and made a mess of the rear right corner of his I-20. Lindholm clung to 5th place. On Saturday, Argentina's Martin Scuncio was best qualified to explain what can happen when all the grip has gone from your tyres at the end of this loop of slippery stages. Saturday was very slippery. Scuncio rolled dramatically in stage 9, the morning's final one. Both crew were fine, if little embarrassed at having crashed in front of the world's cameras. The defending champion, Emil Lindholm, dropped 28 seconds more in stage 11. That completed a miserable day during which he dropped from 5th to 7th place. He couldn't look after his tyres. He ended the day a minute and 49 off the lead. Tyre damage in the same stage did for Nikolai Gryazin, over 42 seconds lost. But he did manage to claw himself ahead of Lindholm to finish Saturday in 6th place. At the top of the leaderboard, the duelling 20-somethings came to the end of the most abrasive loops of stages, the tyre eaters, and Oliver Solberg was in the lead. Sami Piari had run out of grip on his Fabio. His tyres were finished on Saturday. He'd gone as fast as he could. It just hadn't worked. Sunday was a nightmare for Kajetan Kajetanovic. He was forced to rein in his ambitions in stage 13. 2 of his wheels were damaged and he had to go very slowly. He had a plan to get to stage 14 and beyond, use his one good wheel for the road sections and stay legal, but it was never needed. The rear left departed the event with 1 kilometre of stage 14 to go. The corner of his car was destroyed. Emil Lindholm's Chile challenge took another turn for the worst on stage 15, where he rolled his Fabia. That was it this time. The defending champion didn't make it to the power stage. Johan Rossel of France finished WRC2 Chile in 4th place. He owed it to his drive on Saturday, where he won 2 stages, was second fastest in 2 more. He bagged 12 points for that 4th place to sit 4 points behind Anders Mikkelsen after 6 points scoring events. In 3rd, Sami Piari, that's his point scoring season done. Chile is the 7th and final round for him. He had almost pulled it off. Gus Greensmith took 2nd place on the podium. He warmed Chile. He's a fan now, despite driving much of Friday with barbed wire wrapped around the underside of his car. His 18 points and a power stage bonus point mean his title chase lives on. When Oliver Solberg span in stage 7 and still kept the lead, he must have known that luck was on his side. He outscored Piari in stage wins as the pair took turns to have the lead.
Finally win again. It's been a long year and okay, my championship is over now, but still fantastic to race, very, very tough. But finally have another win. I felt we've deserved a few before, but now can finally get it again, and amazing feeling. And yeah, Elliot has done a great job as always, and the team as well for always keeping the car alive this weekend. So amazing.
So Solberg takes the victory. His championship is over, but the feel-good factor lives on. Greensmith still in the fight for the title. Piari's performance evidence of a big future. Rossel, 4 points off the championship leader Mikkelsen now. He can be sure to head to the next round in Central Europe and his beloved tarmac. Heartbreak in WRC3. All Diego Dominguez had to do here was to reach the final stage today ahead of the only other entry in the class, and that was Peru's Eduardo Castro. He didn't. The young Paraguayan looked on track to achieve exactly what he needed, carrying a commanding 3-minute lead over Castro into Sunday's final 4 stages. But Diego's front right steering broke, following the flying finish on the first run through Las Pataguas. That was stage 13, leaving him without a wheel. Castro took the class win. Rukpa Korhonen of Finland, who wasn't in Chile, wins the title.